If you are enjoying this content, please like and subscribe. If you would like a Slumbering Seagull t-shirt, please click on the link below. Thank you. The massive wave crashed into the cliff with devastating force, sweeping over the edge and engulfing the area. Pirates were caught in its grip, carried away by the raging waters. As the water surged around them, Uma, Silas, and Leroy found themselves encased in what seemed to be an invisible protective bubble. The ropes that bound them disappeared. The raging torrent parted around them, unable to touch them, as if held back by an unseen divine hand. They watched in awe and horror as the pirates were washed away. Ironclaw's furious shouting faded into the roar of the water. The emerald and golden staffs, torn from the pirate's grasp, swirled in the current before disappearing from sight. As quickly as it had begun, the water and waves subsided. The well settled, now brimming with crystal clear water. The protective bubble around the three friends dissipated, leaving them unharmed and dry in the midst of the drenched landscape. Silas, Uma, and Leroy looked at each other in stunned silence, trying to process what had just occurred. The pirates were gone. The danger had passed. The power of the well of endless days had proven to be far greater and more unpredictable than any of them could have imagined. What just happened? Leroy finally managed to ask, his voice barely above a whisper. Uma shook her head in disbelief. I would say that we just witnessed something truly miraculous. Silas nodded, his gaze drawn to the now peaceful well. Whatever it was, he said softly, I'm more certain than ever before that we were meant to be here, to see this, to be a part of it. Uma turned to the boys, her expression serene, yet tinged with a hint of sadness. Silas, Leroy, you've done well. We've accomplished what we needed to do here. You fulfilled your assignment admirably. Silas and Leroy exchanged glances, sensing the finality of her tone. You're leaving us, aren't you? Leroy asked softly. Uma nodded. Yes, my time with you has come to an end. I must return to heaven to receive my next assignment. Despite knowing from the beginning that Uma was an angel, the reality of her departure still hit the boys hard. Wait, but how do we get home? Silas questioned, his eyes furrowing with concern. What if the cruise ship is still hijacked? Uma smiled gently. Your path will be made straight. Don't be afraid. You're about to have a special encounter. This is why you were chosen, why I was sent to guide you. You're ready for the next step. She placed a comforting hand on each of their shoulders. Remember everything we've been through, all that you've learned. You've proven yourselves worthy to face what comes next. Uma began to glow, her form becoming less solid. My dear friends, though I'm leaving, eventually I'm sure we'll meet again. Your journey isn't over. It's only beginning. Leroy's eyes began to water. We'll miss you, Uma. Thank you for everything. Silas nodded in agreement. Yes, thank you so much, Uma. With a final warm glance at the boys, Uma's form shimmered and faded, leaving behind a soft glow that slowly dissipated. Silas and Leroy stood in reflective silence for a moment, processing Uma's departure and her cryptic words about the next encounter. Leroy took a deep breath. Well, Silas, I guess it's just us now. Are you ready for this special encounter Uma mentioned? Silas nodded, a mix of determination and excitement in his voice. As ready as I'll ever be. Uma prepared us for this. Let's see what happens next.